Hey, Mike,
Yes, sir.
how about for our show today, we talk about a legendary female artist since we're
Hmm,
talking about female creators this month on the show?
I like it. Yeah.
One caveat, it involves
What's that?
Aquaman.
Son of a
Frozen, frozen, heroes. Gonna tell you about frozen, frozen, heroes. Gonna tell you about comic books, costumes, facts, boots, and other stuff. In this week's issue,
Ramona and Aquaman.
Welcome into Bros, Foes, and Heroes. I am Zach, joined by the Mano Ray himself, Mr. Mike. I was trying to think of something seaworthy.
Yeah, I get
Man
it.
of
Sure.
War. I
Man
mean,
of
but I
War,
don't know
Man
if
of Ray. Yep. I've been called by many names, but still
it's
the same.
Mike.
Sure.
I'm Zach. He's wait, am I no yeah, other way.
Yep.
He's Mike. There we go.
There
Camera's
you go.
weird.
That's it. Yeah.
Um,
Mirrors are hard.
they are. This is Bros, Foes, and Heroes. And on today's show, we are continuing this kind of cool little a thing that I guess we started last week, which is just
Yeah,
covering
it's
more
great. Yeah.
female creators in the world of comics. Something that everybody should kind of do probably, but it also allows
Absolutely.
us to dive into some books that we haven't yet. Later this week, I can tell you, or potentially next, depends on when we get to stuff. But
Mhm.
the next episode we're doing after this will be Kelly Sue DeConnick, and a comic she wrote in 2014 that I'm realizing now. I can't tease the name of it because we're only like 5 minutes in so far into the episode. And like,
Oh, that's true. I saw the name earlier when you did that. Yeah.
yes,
No, you
so
can't.
I'll tease it again, but
Yeah.
later. I'll tell later. But we got some Kelly Sue DeConnick
It's
coming up.
dirty, guys. It's dirty.
But it's a great. I loved the story. We'll cover the first little bit of that,
Yeah.
first couple issues there, but also looking at some potentially. I look over Gail Simone's Bat Girl run
Oh,
that
yeah.
I wanted to potentially cover. Also, um, picked up G Willow Wilson's Miss Marvel, the first
Oh,
volume of that, which they made the Marvel TV series based off of.
mhm, mhm.
So we have some potential things brewing. Maybe I
Bat
also thought about some Birds of Prey, but to close this out, we got some fun things to look forward to. Go ahead.
Batgirl has always been one of those weird ones for me. Like, I like the concept of it, but it
Mhm.
always like, uh, in the world of sitcoms or TV, there's always that
Mhm.
jump the shark moment.
Yeah.
And in family-based TV stuff or whatever,
Mhm.
it's always been, "Oh, this actor quit, so we're gonna bring in the goofy cousin or something." And that's always kinda how Batgirl has felt to me.
True. Well, you know why they originally brought him in at first? Well, there's two. So, um, we'll connect this. Just remember, today's episode is about just a pioneering
Yeah,
comic book
yeah,
artist.
yeah.
One of, at least while the time she was drawing, one of two women drawing in all of comics, and that is Ramona Fradon,
Right.
who started in the early 50s. And I'll get into her story here in a little bit, but the part that I'm going to tell you about Batgirl will kind of, I can tie this into start our episode. So here's how I'll do
Okay.
it. I think we've talked about it before, but Batgirl originally, Batwoman came first and
Mhm.
then Batgirl. So see, in the 50s, Dr. Frederick Wortham, like 1954 to be exact, around then, maybe my year's off a little bit, but Dr. Frederick Wortham wrote a book called Seduction of the Innocents, where
Mm,
one of the things he talked about in there was comic books are ruining the youth of America.
right.
And it led to Senate hearings and it led to all this, things being questioned and comics as a whole kind of taking a dip. Um, but one of the things he brought up was that he thought that, Batman and Robin, they're
Yeah.
they're a little too gay.
Yep,
Um,
yep.
which, so
He did wear
the
that rainbow suit. I
he
mean,
did
you know.
after. I'm pretty sure that was after the Senate hearings.
Really? You think
But
so?
remember, he was doing it just to take away from
Oh, because the
Robin's
kids.
broken arm.
Yeah, and they would never know. Yeah, it's great. Good stuff.
But so DC
Silver Age
decided
indeed.
oh no, they can't be. Batman's interested in Batwoman, and Robin's interested in
Oh,
Batgirl. And so that's why they made him originally
It's not a
And then
Robin girl.
no, it's not a Robin girl.
Yeah.
But and then they last like 7 issues, at least the original Batgirl, like 7 issues. And then they just kind of fade away into obscurity. Then the Adam West TV show comes around and they're like, we need more female characters. Oh,
Yeah.
we'll make a Batgirl. And the comics are like, they're going to be confused if we don't put her in the comics first. So then they make her for the comics too, that like coming around the same time. But obviously we found out that's not the case when we covered Harley Quinn, that you can introduce a character
Yeah.
in another form of media before you actually. Yeah.
You know, another one that I don't realize, I don't know why I've never brought it up, is Herbie, that robot from Fantastic Four.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the Love Bug.
No, but like the robot from Fantastic Four, from what I understand and what I've learned, is that he was on the TV show, and then fans liked him so much that they ended up putting him in the comics.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense. He was, so I think originally, even to add on to that when they made the cartoon that he was in, I don't think they had the rights to one of the members of the Fantastic Four. So they created Herbie for the show to replace, it might be the Human Torch. I think the Thing was in, I don't know. I've only seen a couple back on the old Cartoon Network
I don't
when
know
I was
how
at my
you
grandparents' house.
not include the Thing, though. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember.
Anyway,
but
right.
So to tie this into
we're here
Ramona
for it.
Fradon. So when superhero comics kind of took a dip, this is just some cool history behind it.
Yeah.
Like the Trinity is really the only group that kept their solo titles, because just superhero popularity in general kind of just waned off there then too.
Yeah.
So books like Adventure Comics ended up being like anthology series. So you would have like Superboy he was usually on the cover. We'll see he's on both the covers of the stories we cover today, or the books we cover today. And then they would have like backup stories of like, 6 to 8 page stories, very short, of like Green Arrow, Aquaman, and some of those other characters. And that's how those characters kind of still stayed alive and were still able to have, current kind of, or like keep up and still have like current stories that come out. So I'll tell you about Ramona herself, and then we will get into the stories, because I found her to be a very fun and just interesting woman. I really do enjoy her art style. We'll see it in these comics here. But even if you just want to Google and look at some of the stuff she did at like, Comic-Con drawings and things like that, I really enjoy her art style. There's like a pretty, I don't want to say prettiness to it, because I don't want that to sound like like it's like fruit, but like there's just like it's very pretty.
There's just a beauty to it, or whatever. Yeah.
But so Ramona, essentially, her father was a graphic designer. He was an artist himself, and he had pushed her to like kind of do something, or she felt like she did. So she enrolled in art school, where she met her husband, who ended up being a cartoonist for the New Yorker. So like,
it's crazy that they were already married like that. That's nuts.
Yeah, in college. And
no,
so
she met her husband.
Oh, ha. I see what you're saying. I know, it was good.
Very late, by the way, guys. I don't know if y'all know this. It's very late when we're
very late. Makes us sound old. Like, I look at this.
People. Well, that I will tell you, number one, that clock is wrong, and has been wrong probably the entirety of my marriage.
Actually, it's not. I mean, it's just an hour behind.
It's 9:46.
I'm looking at and that's like 8:46.
Okay. Anyway, the clock's always been wrong.
Sorry, audio listeners, that you're not going to get.
What I'm saying?
Oh, okay. While you do that, hold on. I have to keep going.
Well,
I have to find something.
The clock? What am I doing?
Oh, I thought you were explaining something else besides.
No, I'm not
on a tangent.
Let's see. How long's it been? I'm not explaining shit. Yeah.
So, no, I'm trying to get to. I'm probably lagging out right now, or like frozen for people, because I know
just a little.
It does that when I do this, but I wanted to find the comment. That's what I wanted to see, because we got a comment, Mike, that I had not read to you, that I just wanted to get that slightly modified told us. And he goes, I can happily inform you that I've gotten my mother to watch this show and she enjoys it.
Oh, wow. I've always done well with older women.
Okay. I try to give you. I was like, I was like, wow.
No, it's very sweet.
Like, I know, I know that people enjoy us, but I was like, I didn't think that would be our usual demographic. So
sure, yeah,
Mom, thank you for. But
hey,
still,
Mom, love you. Yep.
I like to think that it's because of this information I'm passing along. It's at least like, Anyway, so
I will tell you though, Zach, I'm telling you right now, I go to the old folks home to see my dad, and the ladies all hit on me. I'm just saying.
yeah, can I
And
I
they
get
got
it.
good meds. They got good meds there.
Okay, now this is, are you like starting like your own? We don't need to go down that route. The less we talk
It's
about
a
it, the less they have.
geriatric gigolo service is what I'm starting. Yeah, that's what that
The
is.
less I talk about it, the less that I'll have to say at your
I'm
deposition.
sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't know if I speak there. Anyway, so Ramona met her husband there, Dana Fradon, who is a cartoonist for the New Yorker. So it kind
Okay.
of like runs in the family there. But her husband has a friend who works at DC who kind of urges her, like, hey, they're like, you should try to draw as well. Like, like comic books, there's some work there. Like, why don't you send in some
Sure.
drawings? This is the early 50s. So this is,
Right,
they're still
right.
booming right now.
Yeah.
And so her friend, who is, I think he's like a letterer, her husband's friend, gets samples, shows it to DC, and they're like, yeah, here, do a sample story. She does a sample story. They're like, all right, you're hired. They have her do like a Shining Knight story. And then they're like, all right, do this backup in Adventure Comics and this backup story. And that
Okay.
backup story was Aquaman.
Okay.
And the thing is,
She must have
I'm
been
trying to
so
close it.
insulted.
Huh?
I said she must have been so insulted.
Well, the thing is so she starts on Aquaman in, I'm trying to find the year. Dang it, I'm pretty sure it was 1951
Okay.
is when she starts. I could be off on that. I feel like I'm off. Wikipedia has me feeling
They're
off.
probably not going to look it up, Zach. It's okay.
No, but here's the thing. I want to make sure that I'm right on this because it starts on like 160, like Adventure Comics 169,
Oh,
and
okay.
she works on it for like 12 years. She is the artist for Aquaman for like 12 whole years. So when you think of Aquaman and you think at least of his original look, you're thinking of Ramona Fradon's work. Like you
Thanks,
are.
Ramona.
Well, well, here's Mike. I have something that I think will make you like her.
Okay. Okay.
There is a 2014 documentary called "She Makes Comics" that you
Okay.
can actually watch on YouTube right now for
Is
free.
it
That I
about
highly
her
recommend.
specifically or just female writers?
It's about females and just female creators in general.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
I don't know if they get into. I'll save that for afterwards. But I've watched it. It's great. This might not be the only clip I play this week because it's really
Yeah,
good. But
sure.
so Ramona herself talks about, so it's over a decade's worth of Aquaman, right? So that's a lot of fish that she had to draw.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot more fish in the sea.
And this clip just made me just honestly like love her even more. And I thought you might like her too. But here's Ramona talking about all those fish that she had to draw.
We always lived out in the country, and I didn't have access to libraries and research, and it was before the internet. So I ended up making up a lot of the fish. Some of them are kind of funny looking when I look back on them.
That's fantastic.
I love that she was like,
Yeah.
so what I learned a lot about this woman, at least with the quotes that I read from her, was like she wasn't necessarily stoked about like drawing Aquaman in it, but like it's still gorgeous. I don't think that I think she said herself that she felt very much like at the time that it was just silly stuff that she was drawing for this. And it wasn't until like years later that she would go to these cons and realize like, oh, people connected with this. Like people actually kind of, like this kind of stuff. Or not like this stuff, but just felt like I don't think she realized like, I think she saw it more as just like, I'm drawing the silly fish man at times. And I don't mean to put words in her mouth at all. Unfortunately, she passed away about 2 years ago at the age of 97. And she was doing work and drawing still up till a month before 97 until a month before she passed away. Like she officially like announced her, like she had renounced retirement. Oh well, I'll finish out her career. So the other thing we have talked about Ramona before, aside for a decade's worth of drawing Aquaman, is she is the co-creator of Metamorpho.
Oh,
and we covered the origin way back before we did the movie, but she had kind of, I think, stepped away. Like she had a kid right at the end, or a daughter that she was like, I'm gonna quit drawing, work on being a mom. And so she left Aquaman, and then I think it was Bob Haney or maybe somebody else at DC came to her and was like, hey, I have this idea, like just help us get this like this idea drawn and started for us to like pitch. And it was Metamorpho. And she
Okay.
had just like so much fun doing it. And she liked it more because she could play and be more whimsical, you know, with a guy like could
Sure.
change.
Sure.
Yeah. And she thought that that suited her art style more, and she enjoyed that a lot more too. She also did, I went back and I looked, I wish I could find the quote because I found it very interesting, because we've talked about the Marvel method of how like Stan would just give an idea and then like, you know, that's what you go with. When she got back into drawing, she did go and do a little bit of work for Marvel. She did a fill-in issue of the Fantastic Four, but then she wrote an issue for, dang it, I can't remember what it was right now. I wanted to say not the cat. It was, man. It was the cat. Here it was. She goes, and she talks about she was really rusty, and she goes, and I was totally confounded by not drawing from a script. They gave me this one paragraph and said, go draw this 17-page story.
Oh my God.
So like that's what you have to think about too with the Marvel method. Like I get like, you know, that some people work that way, but I truly believe the stories and that I've heard of where Stan Lee was like, hey Jack, let's have a story where the Fantastic Four meets God, and then Jack Kirby just goes down to his workbench and just comes up with the whole thing essentially.
Yeah.
Like, you know, how much of that idea, it's not like Bob Kane level again, we're not going down this, but still. So
F you, Bob Kane.
no Batman this week. Anyway, she also did work for Brenda Starr Reporter, like the new strip comic, for a long time.
Okay. Yeah.
Are you familiar?
2 R's.
Yeah, 2 R's. Yeah. For like
I didn't know that.
Yeah, for like 15 years she worked on that, from like, or maybe a little less, from like 82 to like 97.
That is always and sorry to stop you, but that has always amazed me that somebody can get an entire story done in 3 panels like that.
Oh, very much so.
Gotta be super hard.
She also,
it's either gotta be super hard or your story has to be Family Circus stupid.
Oh,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
for sure.
Like, yeah.
I get what you're saying. Family Circus can be good sometimes. But I just want to finish talking about Ramona here.
There's a lot of that. I didn't do
That's
it.
true.
You know?
Last few things to talk about Ramona here.
And by the way, one more thing about Family Circus. They have
We haven't talked enough about it.
They have ghosts in their house.
Well, it's the kids
like the
dressed up as
grandparents
ghosts.
will be standing behind them, just admiring them or whatever.
They have that blue sheen
They're
about them. You're
ghosts.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a paranormal comic.
Ramona received the Ink Pot Award in 1995, which is an honor bestowed annually since 1974 at Comic-Con. It's given to professionals in the field of comics, Daniel, and related areas. So it's an honor. Huh?
I wonder what the genesis of a pink pot is, though.
Ink Pot.
Oh, Ink Pot. That makes more sense.
She was also inducted into the Women's Cartoonist Hall of Fame in 1999, as well as the Will Eisner Comic Book Hall of Fame in 2006.
Where is that located?
Will Eisner's? It is in, give me one second. I honestly can't tell you. I don't know if it's an actual Hall of Fame, has a physical
it
place.
May not be an actual thing. It's just more of a collection or whatever.
Well, no, here, I could be wrong.
It would be kind of cool though.
It would be. Well, I know that Kirby's got a Hall of Fame, or not Hall of Fame, got a museum in New York that's near like where he grew up. Did you see they recently, like within the past year, renamed it? Renamed where he grew up.
What are you talking about?
I know I'm on a weird tangent.
No,
Jack
you're
Kirby.
fine. Yeah,
where he grew up in New York, the intersection, they renamed it like Jack Kirby Parkway.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. That's very cool.
Yeah.
You know, people shouldn't have to wait till they're dead to get those kind of honors. You know,
that's very true too. But unfortunately, for Jack, I think that he got a lot more. Well, I think he got at least a little bit there towards the end. Okay. No, I think it's not an actual.
Okay. All right. I was gonna take a road trip.
Yep, there you go. So that is Ramona there. Also, since we're talking about Aquaman, I should point out I have found, it's kind of dirty, so I apologize for that, but I'm wearing my Daytona Tortugas hat in in honor of that show.
It looks like the turtle from Turtle Wax.
No, it's the Daytona Tortugas.
Sure.
Right? They play in Daytona Beach. They
Okay.
are the Reds single A affiliate,
Okay.
and it's a cool little turtle.
I know. I think it's great. I'm not downing it, but I'm saying it does kind of look like a mean version of the Turtle Wax turtle.
I don't think the Turtle Wax turtle had eyes.
All right, you can't Mandela me out of this argument. I mean, I'm just,
How you feel about Florida, Mike? Yay, Florida.
yeah,
Okay.
I don't,
Wow.
it's
Very
whatever.
fun.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into our first story of the day, shouldn't we? We got two
Yes,
short
please,
little
let's go.
Aquaman stories. Here's what I wanted to talk about. Ramona, and her art is fantastic.
Yeah.
But because it is our show and I like to keep Mike just completely like befuzzled, the stories that I picked today aren't necessarily, they're very Silver Agey.
Okay.
This isn't meant as a dig at her work at all, because I think it is absolutely incredible. This is
Great.
just to appreciate Aquaman, the fun side of Aquaman.
Yeah.
Also
The fun side of Aquaman.
the fun side of
Is that the
Aquaman.
front or the back? Keep rolling.
Yeah. All right. Our first story,
Oh my goodness.
comes to us from Adventure Comics issue 252. Oh, what I was going to add was she was around for some big important things. So issue 260 here, which we will skip over. We're going to cover issue 252 and issue 262. But issue 260 actually kind of reintroduces Aquaman and gives us the Silver Age Aquaman with the whole story of the lighthouse keeper who falls in love with the woman. Like, that origin is kind of co-created with Ramona. So like she does have a big hand in this, like with her, like, you know what I mean? Like she's around for some really big Aquaman moments. So like she is like, I think the two are hand in hand in a way. Also, she was around for the creation of Topo. Like that was her thing. Remember the pet octopus?
Yeah.
Who I looked up. I got to be honest. I haven't seen any of the Aquaman movies. Didn't realize that Topo is in them.
I had to go see both of them.
You did? Do you remember Topo being in them?
No.
He is the octopus.
I like to try to like Man in Black myself after something like that,
Okay. Well, still, I didn't realize that Topo is in the movies.
No,
and they call him Topo.
Remember that either. Really? Okay.
Yeah. And then also a couple issues after what we covered today, she helped create Aqualad. Like, so she's around for a lot of the creations and stuff too. We've never covered any Aqualad in 5 years of doing this show, Mike. We have yet to cover any Aqualad. So when
I'm
you
willing
think
to do it, that'd be great. But I'm just saying, you had me on this lady's side for a very long time, and then you said the name Aqualad, and now I'm questioning everything I believed in.
Hush, her work is fantastic. We will not besmirch the name of Ramona Fradon, who penciled and inked this issue. Writer Jack Miller. And our story, this is from September of 1958, Mike. Okay. Our story is Aquaman, the Robinson Crusoe of the sea. Okay.
From an adventure comic that looks like Superboy's being probed.
He's like being lifted. I think they're trying to pull him down to earth, maybe. I don't know.
One man's probing is another man's lifting.
I guess so. Let's go ahead and let's get to there we go. Our story today. Now, I think this is one. What I also did, Mike, is this the one? Yes. Okay. This is something really cool that I just stumbled upon.
Okay.
While doing this. That also I feel ties into well, I'll just tell the story. So I saw that there was a Green Arrow story in here. Now this is when Kirby was working. This is before, so 58. This is before Fantastic Four, before Jack Kirby's back at Marvel and him and Stan, get that going.
Yeah.
He's still at DC doing Green Arrow stories. So Jack Kirby drew this. All this art here.
Oh, you can tell, yeah.
Yeah. The inker was listed as Roz Kirby, his wife.
Oh, really?
Yes. And I didn't know that she did any work there. Maybe that was just a miscredit on the side I was on, but I thought that was really cool then Jack drew it. and his wife inked it. But there's another little tidbit that I don't know if you know this or not. His wife Roz, all 5'3" of her, she was a very petite woman, or small, short. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you could be short and non-petite. Yeah.
Well, but she was the inspiration behind Big Barda. Like he drew, now not like, he would have things he'd base it on, but like the character itself, he based, Barda off of him, because she was like the stories I hear, man. Like there's one that I'm off on tangents. I told you I'd get off on tangents, but but there's a story I once told, I think from like Mark Evanier, who worked with Jack for a while and like was a biographer with him, but told the story that they were at like some event, like this is like in the 80s. And like Jack and Stan hadn't seen each other for a while. Maybe it was the 90s, early 90s. But anyway, and like they get to talking and they get to telling stories and they're having a good time. And Stan's like, you know what, Jack? We should really at least do something together again for old time's sake. And Roz comes in and she's like, no, we've been through this. Like she's very much like, in the weird way, like I see, like I hear stories like that and I can see where it comes from, because she's very much like Bart is for Scott. I don't know. So I always thought that was kind of cool. But again, we're just tying into all the females in comics kind of here in a way. But I didn't know she inked it. Thought that was really cool. Also,
it is cool.
I thought you'd like some jokes that came in this issue. like Mike, as I like get super close. Are you caller? Are you sure the boss isn't in? Office boy. That's what he told me. That's what he told me to tell you. You don't think he'd lie, do you?
Jokes like got into our house last night. Did he get anything? I'll say my wife thought it was me coming home late and she gave him plenty.
Lady customer. It's a very nice fabric.
Lady customer.
But is the color fast? Annoyed clerk. Why don't you chase it around the store and find out?
I don't even know what she means by color fast. I guess it's one that doesn't run or something. I don't.
Maybe, but these aren't that funny.
You know what's extremely funny? Go back one if you don't mind. What's extremely funny is when the homeless are part of the
the beggar.
Here. Have you money for a cup of coffee, mister? Passerby. No, but don't worry about me. I don't like coffee anyway. Ha ha! Die on the street. That's what that says.
All right.
Okay, sorry.
No, you're good. So let's get into Aquaman, the Robinson Crusoe.
You can't have any coffee.
But see, like again, it's always a very well drawn comic.
Oh yeah, it's gorgeous.
It's just the ridiculousness of
the art has never been the problem,
So we see Topo just work. Man, Topo's done so much for Aquaman and all the stories we've covered too.
Okay. Topo needs an award.
Well, just wait. You're gonna feel bad for Topo. Well, maybe you won't. Aquaman's kind of
calamaried.
No, Aquaman's kind of a dick to him later. But so what happens is one day Aquaman's out, just patrolling the sea like he does, and notices like this freighter.
Slave octopus, apparently, though, because he's just like riding it across the sea.
He is very much. But they've landed on a reef. Like they've hit a reef. So Aquaman goes to get them unstuck and helps them get off the reef by swimming around in a circle real quick to like get them up off the reef.
That's how it works.
Well, while he's out there, he notices one of the boxes on the ship has fallen overboard and it's leaked out a chemical, right?
Oh no, not a chemical.
And he's like, oh no, some chemical is spilling out of that smashed piece of cargo. Wonder what it is. And then the next thing you know, he blacks out and he's on the sea. Like Topo has pulled him out of the water onto land, which is a little weird because obviously he's Aquaman. He's the the king of Atlantis. Well, is he the king? He's a ruler. He's a prince,
right? Yeah, he's a prince.
I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm off on my Atlantean hierarchy tonight for some reason. But like he talks about like he comes through and he's like, now that chemical, like one of its properties. Oh, he goes, I recall hearing, like this is what he does. He comes through out of his blackout and he's like, you know what, Topo? I recall hearing about this chemical where like one of its properties makes people allergic to the salt in seawater.
So just salt.
Well,
mean-
no, like, well, yeah,
I'm just saying it's just salt. You know, you could save a lot of characters there and just say salt.
but Mike, they made the word balloon this big. We have to make no. So yeah, so Aquaman can't get back into the sea because it makes him like pass
Yeah.
out, like he blacks out
Well,
because
it
he's
says
allergic
gonna,
to
he's
salt.
gonna remain on that lonely island forever.
He does. Well, I love how Topo's like in the thought
Uh-huh.
process there with them too.
Yeah.
Just staring off into
They're
the
both,
distance.
they're both really using that one brain they got.
Well, it's Topo's, right? So
Probably.
Aquaman. Oh, that's the thing too. I don't think we've gotten to it yet, but I've never heard Aquaman repeat the same joke 3 times in a 6-page story. You'll see.
On this one?
Yes.
Oh
So
my God.
he looks out and he's like, well, Robinson Crusoe survived in a similar situation like that. Like I, with my fish to help me, I think I can do the same thing, is what he thinks. So he realizes that channel down there is just
Do you
perfect
understand
for
that
him.
Robinson Crusoe is a story of fiction? I mean,
Here's the thing: Aquaman, a story of fiction. Thinking of another story of
that's
fiction.
what I'm saying. It's we're comic inception at this point.
Yeah, kind of. Well, he is able to get a well into that
Oh my
channel.
God. What the?
And he's like, all right, this will be big enough for the well. You pull these like saws. I don't know what they're supposed to be.
Well, they're like those. There's a name for that shark.
Sawfish. They call them sawfish. Though.
Yeah. Well, again, we just heard from the lady that she probably made all this crap up. So you know.
Well, that's the truth. They're probably like, draw a sawfish, and she was like, okay.
Okay.
And I mean, but honestly, like it kind of goes with it.
It does, yeah.
So the well is pulling through the sawfish through the channel with seaweed rope, right?
Yeah.
Aquaman is very. I love this. Aquaman
works.
is very proud of the channels he's made. So he has a sign that says Suez Canal, Panama Canal. Like I don't know if he's named them as like new ones, which also begs to differ. Why do we move as humans in general? Why do we move from one place to a new place and name it what the old place was?
Because we don't want to give it up, Zach. It was so great.
Then what? But I mean, like, hey, we left Amsterdam. This is like Amsterdam, but new Amsterdam. It became New York, but you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
sure.
Or there's a lot of towns like that. Like our cities is like, oh, we moved from this
Constantinople. I mean, you know.
Yeah, I mean, but that's nobody's business but the Turks. So, we then see that Aquaman, that Topo is building. I want to make sure I haven't missed the first one. I'm telling you, he does it 3 times. Okay. So Topo is making a house out of driftwood for Aquaman because Topo is a very nice octopus. And as they're building it, soon as the Robinson Crusoe of the sea constructs his crude living quarters, which if he's constructing it, it makes it look like Topo is the Robinson Crusoe of the sea.
Yeah,
like,
pretty much.
Aquaman is holding a board.
The other thing I didn't realize about octopi is that they can scamper. It says off scampers the Sea King's sidekick.
Yeah.
What? I want to see an octopus scamper.
So Aquaman goes, Topo, you're the best man Friday I could possibly pick. I'm telling you, I feel like I missed it. That is the joke.
Boy.
That's the joke. 3 times.
Well, he's right
6
there,
pages.
there.
Oh, at the beginning. There it was. Yeah. Nice going, Topo. You're the best man. I mean, Fish Friday. Right.
Yeah, it's the same damn thing.
Right. So 1 joke up there.
And
we've come across it a second time. I've spoiled it. We're gonna have it a 3rd time before the comics.
I'm just waiting for it now. I mean, you know.
Well, Aquaman's just like, I'm kind of hungry, and Topo points. He's like, dude, there's a forest back here. And Aquaman's like, you're right. We can go get nuts and berries.
Come on.
I know. Here's what's funny. If you didn't know that these are how some of these Aquaman stories, you would think that I watched like the Aquaman movie and then I got super high and was trying to tell you what happened.
That's pretty much what it is.
But so
this dude comes down and he's got an octopus best friend. Oh, an octopus has like 8 hammers. It's
Just wait,
crazy.
Mike. You say that. Just wait till we finish this story. So when they're out in the forest, Aquaman looks up and goes, hold it, Topo. Hold on, those woods are filled with bobcats.
Is that what's in the woods?
How?
Is that
So,
what's in
Mike,
the jungle? Not
well,
woods, but this is jungle.
so we live in Texas, and there are
Yeah.
certain wild animals. Like the small town that I grew up in,
Uh-huh.
we lived out in the country too, like out there.
Yeah.
And we would occasionally see like cats in the wild.
Yeah.
Like,
It
so
happens.
yeah. So like I've seen a bobcat. And actually, like we had ducks, and they would try to get after our ducks. So like I've seen one. You shouldn't mess with one. You shouldn't go up. Like
No.
but they're not, for the plan they come up with. They're not that big.
Okay.
So
Now,
like
to be
Aquaman's like,
fair, you've not been on a deserted island that's full of bobcats.
that's
Maybe
very
they
true.
grow very big. Maybe it's like a fish, a goldfish. You put it in a bigger thing, it gets bigger. You put it
Okay,
in a
because
sea, it
because
takes
look,
over all the water.
if you're listening along at home, you're gonna have to hunt down
Yes.
issue 252 to see this. But if
Just
you look down in
imagine
the bottom left,
several
if you
turtles.
look down in the bottom left there, Mike,
Yeah.
how giant are those bobcats?
Oh yeah, those are big bobcats.
Those
Well,
aren't
it is the
bobcats.
angle also, right? I mean, we start this by being on the ass end of a bobcat.
Well, hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself before you get to that ass end
Okay.
of a
All right.
bobcat.
Okay.
So,
Sure.
Aquaman comes up with a plan.
Uh-huh.
They call in a group of turtles who have also collected shells for them. So
How
of
does that
giant turtle
happen?
shells. Here's to me, I don't know why turtles would know unless they had extra shells laying around. Like, hey, this is
Yeah.
our buddy Pete's. Like, take care of it. Like,
That would be like, okay, Zach just died. Anybody want to cover up with his skin?
they just hang it around.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Aquaman and Topo decide to like Trojan horse this as they kneel down on these. Like, where does he go? He goes, those giant shells will do fine. Put the 2 round ones on a tree branch, Axel, while I harness up the turtles with the seaweed rope. And so he has them lead, and they put the shells over them, and then the cats jump on the shells and like knock them out, right?
Those giant shells will do fine.
Yeah.
Put the 2 round ones on a tree branch, Axel, while I harness up the turtles with this seaweed rope. You just read that out loud.
I did.
Oh boy.
Oh man. So, well, as Aquaman's back at his little Robinson Crusoe hut,
Sure.
the stranded pair
By the way, I
notice.
do have to correct you. It's a shack.
I'm sorry,
It
it's a
said
shack.
so on the previous page. It's a shack.
I would also like to point out something that I'm going to argue for, that maybe Aquaman started the whole Robin catchphrase thing, because he comes back and he goes, "Great catfishes."
Oh God, no. Catfish are not in the ocean.
Great catfishes.
So this brings up a question for me.
Yeah.
That means that he can both talk to sea and still water, like inland.
I would assume so. Yeah.
Okay.
I would assume that
All
means
right.
that, yeah.
Okay. I'd never thought about that there might be a division.
All fish. All fish.
Yeah. Huh.
But there was the notorious, okay, I'm just going to read something, and I want you to give me, don't read it down there yet. I want you to give me the best guess of this name.
Okay.
He goes, great catfishes, the notorious modern pirate, Captain Blank.
The
notorious modern pirate.
Oh, so it's Captain Kidd.
Captain Troy.
Captain Troy? What? Captain Troy. Troy Donahue was big then, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hey, why can't he talk to why can't he talk to those bobcats?
Because they don't live in the sea or a body of water, I guess.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you would think animals are animals,
No, he can only speak to fish. or fish-like creatures, I guess.
Or
That's
turtle,
obviously a
or
cat.
octopus, or
That's for Catman can talk to cats, but not Aquaman.
Catman. I can't wait till we cover Catman.
Well, here's the thing. He can talk to catfish, though.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Where do you draw the line? Where do you draw the line, Aquaman?
So,
I
while
guess right here is where we draw the line.
while Aquaman is watching Captain Troy attack this ship, Topo squirts him with water.
That's what I'm saying, man. Come on. Stop squirting me with water, Topo.
That's what Aquaman tells him. Have you already picked up what Topo's telling him?
Topo is telling. No, I don't know.
Okay. And he goes, "This is no time to
great
be
Fish
playing."
Friday or whatever.
He's like, "This is no time to be playing. Let me," like, he comes up with a plan, and he tells like Topo to round up. Where he goes, I'll just have to. Oh, he's like, I'm gonna have to fight this battle just from land, so I'll send you guys all to war because Aquaman's just a great. He's like,
he's a great leader.
Yeah. So, he goes, you'll find plenty of ammunition about. Like, he tells all the other octopus to grab a lot of rocks, and they just like fling it like
like a
arrows.
Trebuchet.
Yeah. And they land, and like some of the pirates jump off, and then. But here's to answer your question, Mike. Because then, meanwhile, on the island, Aquaman continues to direct the sea battle. All right, seagulls, you have your orders.
Okay, again, there's the line. Where is this effing line on this thing?
So, all right, seagulls, you have your orders. By thunder, Topo, I told you to stop squirting me.
I told you to stop squirting me, you damn octopus.
So he's squirting him again, right? Why do you think that is? Well, the seagulls drop lobsters on the pirates. Like, they just drop lobsters. And all the pirates give up. And it says later, like, the ship like signaled that they're fine. Like, the pirates left. Like, everything's good. Like, my army helped.
We're all good now. Thank you.
And suddenly, Topo squirts him with water a third time.
Good Lord.
And Aquaman goes, Topo, that's the last time you'll have the chance to squirt water at me. I'm going to. And then he goes, wait, I remember now when the salt water from the seaweed rope touched me, nothing happened to me. Oh, thanks, Topo.
He was too busy.
I was too busy to notice that the chemical effects had apparently worn off. And that's what you were trying to tell me. I'm normal again. Thanks, my man. My Fish Friday. 3.
Yeah, that's
monkey
3.
Paw. We monkey pawed it.
Yeah.
So that takes us.
Yeah, that sucks.
But the art, like, here's the thing. I like the faces.
It's a beautiful comic. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, it's a beautiful comic.
She did have a quote, and I didn't even read it. I looked it up, and I didn't read it because I thought, oh, Mike might actually find that interesting. As somebody who's in art, here it is. Who's somebody is bigger on art. She said, this is a quote from her. Trina Robbins, who she mentions, is like a female comic book historian. So she goes, Trina Robbins made the observation that most women tend to have a more open style, use less shadow, and work in bigger open patterns. I think that's probably true. At least I always did work in that style. I thought that was a big failing of mine, that I couldn't emulate that kind of photographic reproduction style. When I read that this seemed to be a characteristic of women cartoonists, it made me feel a bit better about it. Something that always jarred my eyes is to see the kind of heaviness and ugliness about most comic art. There's not much sweetness to it. It's the tradition, and I don't think it has anything to do with the individual artist. It's just the tradition, the look that always troubled me. I just thought it was very interesting.
No, it is very interesting.
So
I've never thought of that being a thing,
Yeah. But I thought I'd share one last quote before we get into our last story here. 10 issues later. So we went from September of 1958. We time travel now to July of 1959.
Okay.
There was no writer named for this, but the penciler and inkler. Wow, the penciler and inker was Miss Ramona Fradon. The cover of this one was featuring the colossal super dog, which Crypto got pretty big.
They did.
And we are going to cover a story, Mike. Aquaman, the Undersea Hospital.
That doesn't really look like Crypto, does it?
Well, remember Crypto kind of looked like that at first? We covered his,
But his nose is weird. Like it's not long enough.
Oh wow.
All of a sudden he looks like a Boston Terrier or something.
Didn't know you were a dog expert.
Well, don't let me I watch all of the pageants.
Oh, I got you. So Aquaman is creating his undersea hospital.
That poor swordfish. Look at that. That's terrible. He's got like the swordfish has the cartoon I've got a toothache bandage around his head.
He does. In the sign I had to look, it says Dr. Aquaman in attendance.
Who the hell else is it gonna be? Who's it gonna be, Aquaman?
But hear me out. Hear me out. He's offering free medical help.
I bet he is.
So it all comes down with the brains of the operation. Topo comes to Aquaman and like signals to him, and Aquaman goes, "Great goldfish, Topo." See what I mean? Like he's doing it a full years before your best friend
that
Robin
next
does. You've sprained a tentacle.
I'm just saying, man. Come on.
I'll bend it.
You can't expect me to get through these things. Come on.
I'll bind it tightly to relieve the pain. Well, that makes sense. You wanna help his tentacle.
Yeah. It's a tentacle tourniquet.
And he goes, I wonder how many other, like, he just has the thought, like, how many other sea, animals need help then? So he helps Topo, and then he essentially tells them, like, hey, send the word out, Topo, that I'm here to help all the sea creatures. Well, they come in full force. You see there's like a swordfish stuck through a board.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't look good.
No swordfish. It looks like maybe he got too many toilet paper rolls on his face.
Maybe he's just the delivery guy.
And there's some whales there just holding a pane of glass.
They are. Why are they?
I don't know. I don't know why that is a thing.
Oh, no. They're not hurt, Mike. I just realized they're helping build the hospital.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right.
That makes more sense now.
Oh, it makes a ton of sense. Yeah, it makes a ton of sense.
But then in the next panel, he is wrapping up a seal's broken flipper.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's fixing a broken flipper. A shark with a toothache comes, and he has to use a lobster to yank the tooth out.
This is some Super Friends nonsense right here, man.
It's funny you say that. She basically also drew like the entire run of the Super Friends comic.
She really?
Yeah.
Makes total sense. Makes absolute total sense.
Then there's a sick dogfish that came, and it goes, a dogfish and sick as a dog too. I wonder what happened to him. Anyway, so
he got dog tired.
He did. It's basically just Aquaman fixing all these animals. There's an eel that comes that can't stop discharging like it's electric shock, so none of the fish want to be around it.
From what I've understood, the discharging is really the problem, and so there are medications that will allow you to discharge easier.
Or if you're Aquaman, you go to a sunken cargo and you find, like, you get a fish to help cut you a sheet of rubber, and you wrap the eel in rubber, so then it insulates it.
Anything effing goes in this world he lives in this mystical, magical undersea kingdom. Anything goes.
That's a shirt right there. Anything goes in this mythical, magical underworld kingdom.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh man! All right. He also uses at the clinic. I skipped it, but the turtle's head got stuck inside of its shell, so he used the point of a swordfish to pry his noggin out.
Wonderful. Yeah, that's great.
There's a well that is so sick and running such a high temperature that it's spouting out live steam from its blowhole instead of water. It sends out steam. So he puts it in a giant ice bath, right?
In an ice bath underwater.
Yeah.
How does that work?
He chipped off some ice from a passing glacier.
Okay. Again, mystical, magical.
And then minutes later, though, Aquaman notices that pirates are trying to raid the floating astronomers observatory.
There's no way that this was actually popular at any point. This is some CBS NCIS level BS here. This is rough.
I thought you would love these. I really thought you would love these.
No, here, do not take my don't take this for me being angry, because I am not. I am just saying this is the most ridiculous thing that we have ever covered right here.
I feel like there's even like worse that I might not have gotten to yet. Oh man.
Boy.
So
Floating Astronomers Observatory.
remember what he did last time?
Yeah.
10 issues ago. He decides to swim fast in a circle again to
Sure.
confuse the pirate
Hey,
boat.
did it again? Look at that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, this time, while they're all dizzy,
Another problem with him is his limited amount of powers, because it's all water based and it all requires him talking to things that he can't talk to.
or talking.
It's the craziest little. I mean, he can't go in space, unless you're shipping in a fucking water bath or something.
Is he like the creature from The Shape of Water? Like,
you can't let him out. He has to stay wet, even if it's in milk. He has to stay wet.
That is true. At least within the hour. Like he can stay up to like an hour out of water, I think is what it was, or something. So it's any liquid. Any liquid.
Yeah. Any liquid. Yeah. Again, if your discharge lasts more than 4 hours, please see your doctor.
Oh man. So
all right.
He spins super fast in a circle.
Sure.
The crooks get dizzy, and one of them it helps him. They shoot Aquaman a bunch. Like honestly, Aquaman gets shot. Like rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. Like he gets shot up, and he like starts sinking to the end of the. Yeah,
he's the Aqua 50 Cent.
I like to think that it's because he was so shaky from the boat. Like that's what made him more accurate, be able to hit him.
Sure.
Anyway, so like, oh, we killed Aquaman. That's cool. Well, no, he falls down to all of his fish buddies who realize, man, Aquaman saved us. We're gonna save him. So like, they make a seaweed.
Bit him on the nipples, right there. They bit him right on the nipples. You cannot look at that picture and tell me that those things are not biting him on the nipples.
Oh man!
Oh boy!
They're shocking him, Mike.
They're through his nipples.
They're not biting; they're touching. Well, yeah. That's where they shock you at.
That's a bad day, my friend. You get shot in both nipples. I mean,
not shot.
That's a tough one. Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh, I can't wait till you get to the bottom.
So, man, they carry him in like a seaweed, like, stretcher.
Yeah.
The octopus do, and then like they use the operating light and the eels shock him like back to what no, I'm sorry. No, they don't shock him to life. The electric eels give Aquaman an electric shock anesthetic.
Yeah, anesthetic. Yeah.
Then the octopus squeeze the Sea King's limbs tightly to form tourniquets.
Sure.
Enabling swordfish surgeons to probe skillfully for bullets.
Okay, before you get to that last one, which is a doozy in and of itself. This first one here, these skillful swordfish surgeons, they're just poking him. They're just poking him with their noses. That's all they can do. They don't have they don't have fingers. They don't.
They're skillful surgeons, Mike.
Okay, now go ahead with that last one there. Yeah.
After suckerfish suck out the lead slugs,
That's all you
jellyfish
have to say.
jellyfish apply healing balm to the unconscious man's wounds.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy,
So
oh boy.
suckerfish sucked out the lead slugs.
Yeah, they sucked them right out. Yep, you got it. Gee, many crickets.
All right. So then
That's perfect for this, honestly. So, audio friends, he just turned the page, and at the bottom, we have a great water skier named Ben for Tootsie Roll Pops. Because Ben had a yin. He called to his toe, "Let's go, 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 go. I can't wait till I eat one again. Tootsie Pop."
wait, what? No, I think
He
it's
says,
a great
"Great
water
water
skier
skier named
named
Ben
Ben
for
for
Tootsie Roll
Tootsie Roll
Pops had a
Pops.
yin.
Oh,
Called to his toe, let's
Wait,
go, 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 go. I can't wait
TOW.
till I eat one again."
The only pop in the world with a center of delicious Tootsie Roll.
By the
Tootsie
way, this
Pops.
bear has no shirt on.
But he has really tight boxers.
He has
So
really
I
tight
guess that's a
boxers.
swimsuit.
I
And
guess.
honestly, I bet you he didn't wear sunscreen. It's the 50s. He is gonna
Yeah.
burn up.
Yeah. That polar bear be dead.
Meanwhile, sharks tear strips of sailcloth from ancient wrecks as crabs roll the fabric into bandages.
Nope.
The operation over, the injured man is born
Gently.
born gently, thank you, lovingly into the clean air on a floating sun deck. So then, because he's going to need fresh air,
Wait a minute. That's a whale.
a whale brings him up as like the other sea animals watch guard.
But it says he's on a floating sun deck.
Yeah, the whale is the sun deck.
Oh, okay.
It's a play on, yeah.
Okay.
Where for days he convalesces as a horde of anxious friends attend to him. So for days he's like that. And then he finally comes
Hey.
through and he's like, "Oh, y'all played doctor for me? Thanks, guys." And then a
Nice
few days
job.
later, as he's fully recovered, Dr. Aquaman resumes his medical duties. And then he's just like, "Little did I dream that a hospital I built for others would save my life. I guess my fish friends felt that one good turn deserves another. Next patient, please. Have
Tootsie
a Tootsie Pop." There you go.
Well, I got to tell you, Ramona is a great artist.
Mhm.
I hope she didn't write those because those were rough. I'm sure she did a lot of great work. And these are just the ones that we've set aside to say everyone's human.
No,
You know?
I picked them. Wow. So the thing that I love about especially the Silver Age comics
Yeah.
is just how silly they are. Like, I know it was written for kids, so I completely get that, and you have to look through it through that lens.
It did
I
feel
still
like the Flintstones, though, didn't
I
it?
maybe that's
Yeah.
part of it then.
It's a little
Maybe that's why I
Flintstone-y.
like it. There
Yeah.
a little bit, but like I just love that zaniness of like, or of
Mhm.
course, because it's fun to laugh at, but like I
No,
have
I get it.
fun in it.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
get
like a negative, like I'm like, oh man, like that's the thing. I never talk about these books in a negative way. Like when I
Right,
talk
right,
about them, I
right.
remember it. It's always like
Sure.
it's so ridiculous. It's hilarious.
I
Like I
don't
think
and also me saying stuff, I don't want that to take away from how hard it must have been to be in the comic book industry at this time when you're one of 2 people, you know?
yes. Well, here's a funny little tidbit I found in doing this that I didn't know myself. So
Yeah.
she was at DC doing Aquaman while I think this is a quote from Ramona too, but for a bit when Marie Severin was the only female artist at Marvel. And she goes, "We always thought it was kind of funny." Well, the funny thing too is she made a fish pun herself, is that she kind of felt like a fish out of water,
Mm.
being like one of 2 women in
Mhm.
a male dominated industry. But
Yeah.
also it was funny because she said at the time that she was doing Aquaman at DC while Marie was doing the Submariner over
Oh,
at
really?
Marvel.
Oh,
So
wow.
they had
Huh.
the women do the fish books.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's cool, though. I
I
mean,
mean, it is funny how it works out, like things like little things like
yeah,
that. But yeah.
yeah.
Um,
Mm.
it's also a shame because then a lot of times when they would have women artists in that book, I read a really good I still need to finish it, so called Super. I want to make sure I get this right, and this I'll close the show on this. But it was called Super Invisible, I believe, or maybe Super Visible. And it was about the women who worked for Marvel. Like throughout the years, it was very much like, you know, Super Visible, the story of the women of Marvel Comics. And it was a really good book by Judith Stevens and Margaret Stoll. But they talk about then like when they would have all these like actual female artists and creators, and they'd be like, oh, hey, y'all can work on the female characters we have. Like there's a lot of that. Like they wouldn't let them, you know, write or do anything like with the men a lot of times until later. So it's very interesting in a way, or I at least like to, you know, that she was tied to something. And at least to me, because when I think of Aquaman, I know they've tried to make him like all cool and, you know, edgy now, but like that's the Aquaman I think of. So but there you go. That does it for us.
Think about Aquaman as well, but mine is from Super Friends.
It's true, which she she did the comics for too, but that does it for us. We'll have another episode at some point in time. We will be talking about Kelly Sue DeConnick's Bitch City. I can say it now. So
yay, bitch.
I'm sorry, no, not Bitch City, Bitch Planet. Oh my goodness.
I see how it is. You get the bitch part right.
Yeah, wow, Mike. Thanks. Thanks. No, Bitch Planet, which is really great. It's kind of like a an exploitation women in jail kind of comic, but really has a lot of like I'm gonna say a big word that I might be misusing. I'm sorry, so but like intersectionalist feminism, I think is the word for it. It's a very pro women book
that
intersects in a bunch of different ways, like, you know, like different different, just across all borders kind of in a way, like, you know,
that's cool.
different different, you know, just everybody kind of for everybody in a way.
I got you.
It's a really cool kind of just story told through that like gritty kind of fun exploitation film way. And so we will be covering that. She also kind of rewrote, if you want to know stuff, the Captain Marvel that's been used, like the inspiration for like the film version and stuff. That was her story for like Captain Marvel and what she was able to do in around like 2014, I think, the run she had there then too. So maybe it was around that same time that is what we're covering, but still I've always enjoyed her, and I really like her views on things. So we'll have another clip from the she makes comics documentary when we do her too. Nice. But that does it for us on this episode, as I keep rambling, just trying to get through things. Thank you guys for always watching, listening, commenting, everything. We appreciate it so much. We have some exciting things coming up in the future. Some surprises, just some fun things to look forward to. But for tonight, maybe, you know what I had the thought of? So this June, as I get derailed again, this June, the 14th to be exact, which falls on a we will release an episode on it. I don't know, it falls on a Sunday, maybe we won't.
Might.
Is 5 years that we've been doing this show, sir.
Wow.
So 5 years. I honestly thought about just like doing kind of just like ask and like thinking of like all the writers or stuff that I would actually like want to interview and stuff.
Yeah.
And just emailing them, and then any of them we get like for that month, we'll just like throw them in on that month.
Yeah.
It's like a celebration.
Really cool.
So maybe I can try to find a way to get Tom King. Dude.
Oh boy, I think you'd crack in half.
I would. Dude, here's the thing. How much of an interview do you think I could get through without either fanboying out or asking some question that probably stirred up something deep inside me and just like tearing up the whole time I'm doing
it? About 14 seconds, yeah.
Oh, for sure. Exactly. Yeah. Anyway, so I had thoughts like that. But thank you guys as always. Make sure to check out all the other great podcasts we have across the Rogue Media Network family.
RogueMediaNetwork.com.
including what the other show that Mike does, which is Blah,
Yeah.
King of the Hill podcast.
Got some bois. Yeah.
Yes. You working on anything else?
I am trying to do a what I would do is take animation crime. So if a crime happens in an animated show, I would do it as a true crime episode. So like in
I
a
like it.
world, that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
With the tinkling piano underneath it.
And you're gonna kind of like dateline it up in a way.
Mhm. Yeah.
I like
I think
that.
it'd be fun. Yeah.
It would be. So also make sure to check out all the cool stuff that Mike does. But thank you guys as always, and until next time, stay safe, everybody.
Golly to the con.
Frozen heroes. Gonna tell you about frozen heroes. Gonna tell you about.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.